Hi, I'm Melanie, and this is Melanie's Yoga Couch. Today we'll be doing a yoga sequence for small spaces. So if you're traveling or if you're visiting someone and you don't have space much bigger than your yoga mat, and if you're in danger of hitting a lamp or a chandelier when you raise your arms, then this will be the perfect video. So find child's pose on your mat, resting the forehead on the mat, and relaxing the hips towards the heels. Deepen the breath, and just start to connect with your breath and with your body. And then on your next inhale, start to walk yourself up into all fours. We're going to go into cat-cow. On your next inhale, lift your chest and your tailbone. Exhale, reach the chin towards the chest, reach the tailbone towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round the spine. Press the hands into the mat. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Find a neutral spine. And then walk your hands out in front of you and let your head and your chest sink towards the mat. The hips stay right above the knees. And we're just melting the heart towards the mat, feeling a nice stretch in the shoulders, a nice opening in the chest. And then start to walk yourself up. Make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, and then reach the left leg towards the back of the mat, keeping the toes on the mat. Press the hands into the ground and reach through your left heel towards the back of the room. And then press your left toes into the mat and lift the right knee off the mat just a couple centimeters, a couple inches. Lift between the shoulder blades. And then slowly lower the knee towards the mat. Lower the left knee to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest and the tailbone, finding cow. And exhale into a neutral spine. Reach your right leg towards the back of the room, keeping the toes on the mat. Find that nice stretch in the back of the leg. And then press the right toes into the mat. Lift the left knee just a couple centimeters or inches off the mat, reaching the pubic bone towards the nose and lifting between the shoulder blades. Press the hands into the mat. And then slowly lower the left knee to the mat and lower your right knee into all fours. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale into a neutral spine. Walk the hands back. We're going to come into a forward fold at the back of the mat. First, bend your knees pretty deeply. Make sure the feet are about hip width apart. And then just start to swing a bit from side to side. Maybe shake the head, yes and no. Maybe grab the elbows. Just looking for a release here in the back. And then release the hands towards the mat. Start to straighten the legs. We're going to come into the half lift. So inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Bring the hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the head. Reach the sit bones back and the head forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale one more time into Ardha Uttanasana. Reach the shoulder blades together, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to start to walk the hands forward, coming into downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Give yourself a little bit of time to find your downward dog, maybe bending the knees a bit, lengthening the spine. And then on your next inhale, come to the very balls of your feet, to the toes. Bend the knees deeply, and then straighten the legs. One more time, come to the tops of the toes, bend the knees, and then straighten the legs, trying to lift the sit bones towards the ceiling. And then glance forward, step your right foot forward into a low lunge. Reach the chest forward, activate the left thigh. Then drop the left knee to the mat. Inhale, lift the arms in Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat and step back into plank. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift into cobra. Exhale, press the hands into the mat and move back into downward facing dog. We're going right into the left side. Step your left foot forward. First, find your low lunge. Just finding a nice stretch here. And then drop the right knee to the mat. Inhale, draw the arms up in Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Step the left foot back into plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat, finding your cobra. And then pressing back into downward facing dog. One more time each side. Inhale the right foot forward, drop the left knee. Draw the arms up over the head. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Moving through a vinyasa, exhaling halfway maybe into chaturanga, inhaling into urdhva mukha svanasana, exhaling into ardha mukha svanasana. Left foot step forward, right knee to the mat. Inhale, draw the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Step back into plank, lower halfway. Inhale into upward facing dog and exhale back into down dog. Take a moment here in downward facing dog. Just reconnecting with the breath. And then step your left foot forward. Both feet are facing forward and parallel. We're going to bring the hands to the hips and lift the upper body. Bend your right knee a bit so that you can reach the tailbone towards the mat and activate the stomach. And then start to straighten the right leg. Then bring your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, open the chest, and with the exhale, come forward. Really activating your right thigh and letting the hands fall over the head. Your left shoulder's on the inside of the left knee. And then inhale, lift, let the arms go. Bring the left hand to the floor or to a block and reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Parsvakonasana. Reach the right hand up. Sit low in the hips. And then bring the right hand down. We're going to straighten the left leg and walk the hands over to the other side to the right leg. Bringing the feet, preparing the feet for our high lunge. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale. Draw the upper body up. Bend in your left knee. Reach the tailbone towards the mat. Activate the stomach. And then start to straighten the back leg. It doesn't need to get all the way straight. Just more of an intention. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Open the chest. And then fold forward, letting the arms fall over the head, stretching in the shoulders. Activate the back leg. Inhale, draw yourself up. Bring the right hand to the mat. Open up, drawing the left arm up towards the ceiling. Really strong and active legs. Leaning back, opening the chest. And then bring your left hand down. We'll wander back to the front of the mat, turning the feet towards the front of the mat and stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Reaching the heels towards the mat, trying to lift the sit bones towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the knees to the mat, walk your hands back. Bring the toes, tuck the toes under. We're going to bring the right hand to the right heel. We're coming into dancing camel. So inhale, lift up your left arm. We're just flowing through it. Bring your left hand to the left heel, lift the right arm. Back to the other side, right hand to right heel, lift the left arm. And to the left side. And then bring both hands to the heels and lift up into your camel pose. If this is too much and you don't usually have the hands on the heels, then bring the hands in front of the heart and lift up out of it a little bit. We want to protect the lower back. Then sit the hips back, bring the hands together and come to sitting on the knees. Just take a moment to feel the breath in the body. And then scoot the feet to one side. And we're going to come into a twist. So bring your right foot to the outside of the left knee. The left leg is bent. Sit up really tall. If this doesn't work for you, you can straighten out the left leg. Wrap your left arm around the right knee. And we're going to twist over towards the right, bringing the right fingertips behind the back to ensure that we have a really long spine. With your next inhale, come back to center for a short counter twist. Twist in the other direction. And then come back to the middle. We're going to stack the knees and feet now to come into double pigeon. Make sure the feet are flexed. Sit up really long and tall. Maybe you stay here, sitting upright. Maybe you bring the hands out in front of you. If double pigeon doesn't work for you, then feel free to thread the needle. Flex the feet, press the sit bones into the mat. And then inhale, lift. Bring the left foot to the mat. We're going to twist on over to the other side. You can also just change the legs. You don't have to do the little circle that I'm doing. Bring the left foot to the mat. Bring the right arm around the left knee. We're going to twist over towards the left. It's okay if your sit bones shift a little bit. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, twist from the belly button. Come back to center. Do a short counter twist in the other direction. Come back to the middle. And we're going to stack the shins coming into double pigeon. So your right foot is right underneath the left knee. The left foot is right above the right knee. Flex the feet. Press the sit bones into the mat. Lift the chest. You might stay here just sitting upright. You might start to come a bit forward, coming to the fingertips or to the hands. One more breath. And slowly start to walk yourself up. And start to straighten out your legs. You can give them a little shake. Then we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So you might want to turn yourself sideways so that you can open your legs on the length of your mat. Make sure the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, the feet are flexed. Sit up long and tall, and start to come forward if you'd like, just as far as it works in your own body. Maybe bringing your fingertips to the mat. Try and keep the spine long. You can bring the hands together in front of the chest, an Anjali Mudra. And then inhale, lift. Bring your right hand to the right thigh. Inhale, draw the left arm up and over, coming into a side stretch. Reach through the left fingertips, press your left sit bone into the mat, and lengthen, creating space between the ribs. Inhale back up to center. We'll switch sides. Left hand to the left thigh, right hand reaches up and over the head. Press the right sit bone into the mat, reach through the right fingertips. Active legs. Draw yourself back up to the middle. Grab your legs underneath the knees. And fold your feet in. Coming into Baddha Konasana. So press the soles of the feet together, bring the hands behind the back, lengthen the spine, and then bring the hands to the feet and start to draw yourself in. Breathe. One more breath. And then slowly start to lift yourself up. Bring the knees together with the hands. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. And slowly lower yourself all the way to the mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a back massage, just rolling from side to side. And then grab the outsides or the insides of the feet, open up the knees. We're coming into happy baby. So we're pressing the knees towards the mat, keeping the lower back on the mat. And then bring the soles of the feet together. And bring the feet towards the mat, so we're in Supta Baddha Konasana. The knees are spread out to the side, the soles of the feet are together. Take a couple breaths here. And then bring your knees together, stretch out the legs, and come into Shavasana. Let the feet fall open, bring the arms to the side, the palms facing up, and just let the body get heavy. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like. Have a wonderful day. Thank you and namaste.